A dishwasher detergent seems simple enough. Clean your dishes, protect your family. But what's left behind on your plates and glasses could be poisoning you slowly. From chemical residues that interact with heart medications to harsh toxins that burn skin and lungs, some detergents are anything but safe. Today, we're exposing 9 dishwasher detergents you should avoid at all costs, and the 2 that won't betray your trust. Coming in at number 9, we've got Cascade Platinum. For decades, Cascade promised sparkling clean dishes with restaurant-quality shine. But lab testing reveals troubling levels of phosphates and synthetic fragrances that don't fully rinse away. Seniors handling dishes straight from the dishwasher absorb these chemicals through skin contact, chemicals that can irritate lungs, worsen breathing conditions, and even interfere with blood pressure medications. The gleaming plates you're serving dinner on may be coated in a film you can't see, but your body can feel. Consumer complaints describe a sharp chemical smell that lingers on glassware, especially when used with hard water. For those with sensitive respiratory systems or on multiple prescriptions, this invisible residue becomes a daily exposure. You thought you were washing dishes clean. Instead, you're coating them with synthetic compounds that seep into every meal. The brand promises convenience and cleanliness, but independent testing shows residue levels up to 30% higher than safer alternatives. That citrus scent you smell when opening the dishwasher door? It's not natural lemon. It's a cocktail of phthalates and artificial fragrances designed to mask the chemical base. These compounds don't just disappear into the air. They settle on your dishes, your countertops, your hands. For seniors already managing multiple medications for heart disease or high blood pressure, adding a daily dose of undisclosed chemicals isn't just unnecessary, it's dangerous. What you thought was protecting your family might actually be introducing toxins into every meal. The promise was sparkling dishes and family safety. The reality is a betrayal wrapped in bright orange packaging. At number 8, we have Finish Quantum. Marketed as the ultimate 3-chamber cleaning powerhouse, Finish Quantum wraps its detergent in a sleek, dissolvable pod. The promise is effortless brilliance. The reality is far grimmer. Reports from poison control centers show a spike in accidental ingestion cases among seniors with dementia or vision impairment. The colorful pods resemble candy, leading to life-threatening poisonings. In 2022 alone, over 1,200 incidents were linked to dishwasher pod ingestion, many involving adults over 65. But even without accidental swallowing, the formula itself contains methylisothiazolinone, a preservative banned in leave-on cosmetics across Europe due to severe allergic reactions. Seniors with eczema or sensitive skin report red, burning hands after unloading dishes. The texture is unmistakable, a sticky, almost waxy residue that clings to fork tines and knife handles. The pod's coating doesn't always dissolve completely, leaving this film on utensils that transfers directly into your mouth. One 72-year-old man from Arizona reported blisters forming on his palms after a week of using Finish Quantum. His doctor initially suspected a bacterial infection. Only later did they connect it to the new detergent. The bright blue and red swirls inside each pod look appealing, almost inviting. That's precisely the problem. For seniors with cognitive decline, the distinction between food and poison blurs. Emergency rooms across the country see cases monthly. Finish promises innovation. 3 chambers for 3 times the clean. But what they don't promise is transparency about what happens when those chambers don't dissolve, or when vulnerable adults mistake them for something edible. The betrayal here isn't just chemical, it's a design choice that prioritizes shelf appeal over senior safety. Now, at number 7, we find 7th generation Free and Clear. The name itself evokes trust. Natural, plant-based, gentle. 7th generation built its reputation on eco-friendly formulas, free from dyes and fragrances. But recent FDA warnings reveal their Free and Clear promise is misleading. Independent lab analysis found trace amounts of undisclosed enzymes and surfactants. These can trigger respiratory distress in seniors with asthma or COPD. One 68-year-old woman in Ohio reported severe wheezing after switching to this brand. She only discovered later that plant-derived doesn't mean hypoallergenic. The detergent also struggles with grease removal. This forces users to rewash dishes or use hotter water. You're wasting energy and exposing yourself to more chemical contact with each rewash. For seniors on fixed incomes who believed they were making a safer choice, this brand's failure feels like a personal betrayal. The gentle green packaging hides a formula that isn't as harmless as advertised. Testing by Consumer Reports showed that 7th generation left behind food residue on 40% of tested loads. Compare that to just 15% for top-rated brands. You're running your dishwasher twice to get what other detergents do in one cycle. The environmental impact they claim to prevent gets canceled out by the extra water and electricity. And those enzymes they don't fully disclose? They're designed to break down proteins and starches, but when they don't rinse completely, they don't stop working. They keep breaking down whatever they touch next, including the natural oils in your skin. The company markets itself as the responsible choice for families, but responsibility includes full disclosure, something 7th generation falls short on delivering. Most people never learn how to fix this, but we'll break it down at the end of the video. Want the real truth about what's lurking on your dishes? Hit subscribe now so you don't miss the facts that could protect your health. Coming in at number 6, we encounter Palmolive Eco Plus. Palmolive has been a household name for generations. Their Eco Plus line promises guilt-free cleaning with biodegradable ingredients. But FDA inspections of their New Jersey production facility uncovered contamination risks during the manufacturing process. Specifically, bacterial growth in storage tanks that hadn't been properly sanitized. While the company issued a quiet recall, many bottles had already been distributed and used. Seniors with compromised immune systems or those recovering from surgery are especially vulnerable to bacterial exposure, even in trace amounts. The detergent also contains sodium lauryl sulfate, a harsh surfactant that strips natural oils from skin. For elderly users with thinning skin or poor circulation, repeated exposure leads to cracking, bleeding, and infection risk. One Florida retiree reported chronic hand rashes that only cleared after switching brands. Her dermatologist took one look at the ingredient list and immediately identified the culprit. Sodium lauryl sulfate is the same compound used in industrial degreasers. It's effective at cutting through oil and grime. Too effective when it comes to the protective barrier your skin needs. Seniors already face challenges with skin integrity. Adding a known irritant to daily dishwashing routines accelerates deterioration. But the bacterial contamination issue cuts deeper. The recall affected over 15,000 units distributed across 7 states. The company's response was to quietly pull products from shelves without a public announcement. No press release, no consumer alert, no apology, just silence. For customers who had already used the contaminated product, the first sign of trouble was gastrointestinal distress. Nausea, cramping, diarrhea. Symptoms easily dismissed as food poisoning or a stomach bug. Palmolive's eco-friendly promise crumbles under scrutiny. What seems green on the label is red flag dangerous in practice. The betrayal is in the silence, in the choice to protect brand reputation over consumer safety. Coming in at number 5, we see Great Value Dishwasher Packs. Walmart's house brand markets itself as the budget-friendly choice, offering cleaning power without the name brand price. But you get what you pay for. Consumer Reports testing found that Great Value packs leave behind more food residue and require pre-rinsing. This defeats the purpose of a dishwasher entirely. Worse, the formula contains high levels of sodium carbonate and silicates, chemicals that etch glassware, leaving a cloudy, irreversible film. Seniors who've invested in quality dishes and glassware watch helplessly as their belongings deteriorate. One woman from Tennessee posted online about her grandmother's crystal wine glasses, heirlooms passed down through 3 generations. After 6 months of using Great Value packs, the glasses were permanently clouded. No amount of scrubbing or vinegar soaking could restore them, but the real danger is chemical exposure. The packs don't seal properly and often burst during storage. This releases fine powder that becomes airborne. Inhaling this dust can irritate airways, trigger coughing fits, and worsen existing lung conditions. For seniors living alone who handle these packs without gloves, skin contact causes burns and blistering. The powder has a pH level above 11. That's nearly as caustic as household bleach. Direct contact with unprotected skin creates chemical burns that can take weeks to heal. In seniors with diabetes or circulation issues, these wounds become serious medical concerns. Walmart promises value, low prices for families stretching every dollar. But the hidden costs add up. Ruined glassware, medical bills from skin injuries, wasted water from rewashing dishes. The math doesn't work in your favor. Testing showed that Great Value requires an average water temperature of 140 degrees to properly dissolve. Most households run their dishwashers between 120 and 130 degrees for energy savings. The result? Chunks of undissolved detergent caking onto dishes, especially in the silverware basket. When you bite into your dinner fork, you're getting a mouthful of concentrated sodium carbonate. The taste is unmistakably bitter and metallic. Isn't it strange how billion-dollar detergent companies keep reformulating their products, yet complaints about skin reactions and toxic residues only seem to increase? Coming in at number 4, we discover Kirkland's signature dishwasher packs. Costco's Kirkland brand enjoys fierce customer loyalty, built on bulk savings and perceived quality. But their dishwasher packs hide a troubling secret. Multiple batches have been flagged for containing excessive amounts of chlorine bleach, far beyond safe levels for household use. Seniors opening the dishwasher mid-cycle are hit with a wall of chlorine gas. This causes burning eyes, throat irritation, and difficulty breathing. One Massachusetts senior with heart disease was hospitalized after prolonged exposure. The fumes triggered an arrhythmia episode that required emergency intervention. His cardiologist later explained that chlorine gas irritates the vagus nerve. This can cause dangerous heart rhythm disturbances in patients with pre-existing cardiac conditions. The packs also fail to dissolve properly in cooler water cycles, leaving chunks of concentrated detergent stuck to dishes. When these residues make contact with acidic foods like tomato sauce or citrus, they release toxic vapors during reheating. Independent testing shows chlorine levels up to 40% higher than competing brands. The smell is overwhelming, not the clean scent of a swimming pool, but the acrid, burning odor of industrial bleach. It lingers in your kitchen, seeps into cabinets, clings to dish towels. For seniors with a reduced sense of smell, a common issue with aging, the warning signs go unnoticed. They don't realize they're being exposed to dangerous levels until symptoms appear. Respiratory distress, chemical pneumonitis, cardiac events. Kirkland's promise of warehouse savings comes at the cost of your respiratory health and cardiac safety. The bulk packaging means you're stuck with a massive container of dangerous product. 100 packs that you paid $30 for. Throwing them away feels wasteful. Using them feels dangerous. You're trapped between financial loss and health risk, and Costco's return policy, while generous, doesn't cover the medical bills from chlorine exposure. At number 3, we uncover Method Smarty Dish dishwasher tablets. Method positions itself as the stylish, modern alternative. Sleek packaging, plant-based ingredients, commitment to sustainability. But style doesn't equal safety. Their Smarty Dish tablets contain limonene, a citrus-derived compound that sounds natural but acts as a potent allergen and skin irritant. Dermatologists see it constantly. Patients come in with painful rashes on their hands and forearms. The culprit is almost always a cleaning product containing limonene. Seniors with existing skin conditions report painful dermatitis flare-ups after handling dishes washed with Method. The rash starts as small red bumps between the fingers. Within days, it spreads across the palms, up the wrists. The itching becomes unbearable. Scratching leads to open sores that weep clear fluid. Secondary infections follow. What began as a simple switch in dish detergent becomes a medical crisis requiring prescription steroids and antibiotics. The tablets also emit a strong artificial lemon scent that lingers on dishes. This masks the fact that they don't rinse clean. Food tastes soapy. Drinks smell like chemicals. Seniors lose their appetite without understanding why. For those on medications that already dull taste buds, this additional sensory disruption is devastating. One man from Oregon stopped eating regular meals entirely. His wife couldn't figure out why. He kept saying everything tasted wrong, felt wrong. His doctor ordered extensive testing, fearing neurological decline. The answer was simpler and more frustrating. Method dishwasher tablets were coating every dish, every glass, every utensil with a residue his taste buds detected but couldn't identify. Consumer complaints describe nausea and headaches after eating from Method-washed dishes. The brand's Instagram-worthy aesthetic hides a formula that prioritizes marketing over safety. The bottles look beautiful on your countertop. Minimalist design, pastel colors, French-inspired typography. But beauty is only packaging deep. What looks clean isn't, and what seems natural can still cause harm. Method wants you to believe you're making an elevated choice, a sophisticated, environmentally conscious decision. The reality is you're paying premium prices for substandard performance and potential health risks. Don't go yet. The solution comes at the very end, and it could change how you protect your home forever. Coming in at number 2, we expose Lemme Shine Detergent Booster. Lemme Shine advertises itself as the natural solution to hard water stains and cloudy glassware, using citric acid as its star ingredient. Seniors plagued by mineral buildup trust this brand to restore their dishes. But FDA testing reveals dangerous levels of undisclosed additives, including sodium metasilicate, a caustic chemical that can cause severe burns if it contacts skin or eyes. Multiple emergency room visits have been documented where seniors accidentally splashed the powder while loading dishwashers. The results were immediate and horrifying. Corneal abrasions requiring medical treatment, chemical burns that blistered and scarred. One woman lost partial vision in her left eye. She was scooping powder into the detergent dispenser when a gust from her kitchen window blew the fine particles directly into her face. The pain was instantaneous. She described it as feeling like hot sand grinding into her eyeball. By the time she reached the emergency room, the damage was done. The powder is also highly alkaline, with a pH level near 12. This makes it corrosive to both dishes and human tissue. For seniors with arthritis or tremors, handling this product becomes a minefield. Shaky hands mean spills. Spills mean exposure. One elderly man knocked the container off his counter. The powder exploded across his kitchen floor. He tried to clean it up with his bare hands, not realizing the danger. Within minutes, his palms were burning. The skin began to peel away in sheets. Third-degree chemical burns that required skin grafts. Even when used correctly, residue left on dishes reacts with stomach acid. This causes digestive distress and inflammation. The citric acid component sounds harmless. It's found naturally in lemons and oranges. But in these concentrated levels, combined with sodium metasilicate, it becomes a weapon. Seniors report persistent heartburn, acid reflux, stomach cramping, symptoms that worsen over time as the chemical exposure accumulates. Limi Shine promises natural cleaning power, but the chemical reality is anything but gentle. The lemon logo and cheerful yellow packaging suggest sunshine and freshness. The truth is caustic, dangerous, and completely at odds with their marketing message. Why do you think the FDA lets detergent brands use ingredients banned in European dishwashing products? Coming in at number 1, the worst offender, Cascade Complete Gel. The original Cascade gel has been a kitchen staple since the 1950s. Trusted by generations. Your grandmother used it. Your mother used it. You've been using it for decades. But nostalgia doesn't equal safety. Recent reformulations introduce synthetic fragrances and dyes that simply don't rinse away, especially in modern energy-efficient dishwashers that use less water. Seniors following environmental guidelines by using eco-cycles unknowingly trap detergent residue on every dish. The blue gel is iconic, thick, viscous, clinging to the inside of the bottle. That viscosity is the problem. It doesn't dissolve quickly enough in cold or even warm water. It needs hot water, sustained heat, extended rinse cycles, none of which happen in eco-friendly wash settings. Independent lab analysis found that plates washed with Cascade Complete Gel retained chemical levels up to 50% higher than EPA recommended limits. For seniors on blood thinners or heart medications, ingesting these chemicals daily compounds toxicity. Your body is already working to process multiple prescriptions. Adding a daily dose of synthetic fragrances, phosphates, and dyes overwhelms your liver and kidneys. Symptoms include dizziness, fatigue, and unexplained gastrointestinal issues. But doctors dismiss these as side effects of aging. The real culprit is sitting in the kitchen cabinet. One 76-year-old woman spent 8 months going to specialists. Neurologists tested for dementia. Cardiologists checked for heart failure. Gastroenterologists scoped for ulcers and cancer. Nobody thought to ask about her dish detergent. When she finally switched brands, her symptoms vanished within 3 weeks. Consumer reports describe a slimy film on dishes that requires re-washing by hand. You run the dishwasher, unload the dishes, and immediately feel the residue. It's slick, slightly sticky, impossible to ignore. You rinse them again under hot tap water. The entire purpose of owning a dishwasher is defeated. Using double the water, exposing yourself to chemicals twice. Cascade built its empire on trust. Mothers and grandmothers passed down brand loyalty like family recipes. But that trust has been shattered by decades of prioritizing profits over safety. The blue gel you pour into your dishwasher carries invisible risks with every load. The promise was clean dishes and family safety. The reality is a slow poisoning dressed up in nostalgic packaging. Statistics paint a grim picture. According to the American Association of Poison Control Centers, dishwasher detergent exposure accounts for over 16,000 calls annually. Seniors representing nearly 25% of severe cases. A 2023 study published in Environmental Health Perspectives found that 68% of tested dishwasher detergents left measurable chemical residues on dishes, with concentrations highest in gel and powder formulas. Seniors who often eat from the same dishes multiple times daily accumulate these toxins faster than younger adults. The betrayal runs deep. Brands that once symbolized American household reliability now prioritize shelf appeal over consumer safety. The first actual safe option is Ecover Automatic Dishwasher Tablets, independently tested and certified by the EPA's Safer Choice program. Ecover uses plant-based enzymes that break down food without leaving toxic residues. The tablets dissolve completely even in cold water cycles. They contain no synthetic fragrances or dyes. Seniors with sensitive skin report zero irritation. Dishes rinse clean without film or chemical smell. You can trust what you're eating off of. The packaging is made from recycled plastic and is fully recyclable. The company publishes full ingredient lists online, complete with safety data sheets. There's no mystery about what you're bringing into your home. Testing shows residue levels below detectable limits. That means when you bite into your fork, you're tasting food, not chemicals. The tablets work in hard water without requiring boosters or additives. They're gentle on glassware, won't etch or cloud delicate items. And they're priced competitively with name brands. You're not paying a premium for safety. You're paying a fair price for a product that actually delivers on its promises. The second recommendation is Nellie's Dishwasher Powder, formulated without phosphates, chlorine, or fragrances. Nellie's is as pure as dishwasher detergent gets. The powder form allows you to control dosage, reducing waste and chemical exposure. It's hypoallergenic, biodegradable, and performs exceptionally well in hard water. Seniors on multiple medications can use it confidently, knowing there's nothing hidden in the formula that will interact with their health. The powder comes in a simple tin container, no plastic, no waste, no marketing gimmicks, just cleaning power. 1 scoop per load. It dissolves instantly in any water temperature, leaves no residue, no scent, no film. Your dishes come out clean. Actually clean, not coated in fragrance compounds meant to trick your brain into thinking clean. The company is Canadian-based and family-owned. They publish every ingredient, every sourcing decision, every safety certification. Transparency isn't a marketing tool for Nellie's. It's a core value. The powder works in all dishwasher types, from ancient models to brand new smart appliances. It's compatible with septic systems, safe for well water, and gentle enough that you can use it without gloves. For seniors who felt betrayed by decades of broken promises from big brands, Nellie's offers something revolutionary. Honesty. Your dishes should protect your health, not poison it. The brands you trusted for decades have broken that promise. But now you know the truth. You know what to avoid and what to trust. Subscribe now, and if you're watching on TV, tap your remote so you never get blindsided again.